July 2025. July 25th, 2025. All right. No shirt on. Had to move the camera up so my nips weren't showing. Let's get straight to the charts. You know how we go weekly. What do we see? Same thing. Gap. Bada boom, bada bing. Same shit, different day, bro. I literally just erased my charts. Let me actually do this on MYM because that's what I'm trading. So, boom, boom. I don't want to do it on that chart. We swept out this. We swept out this. Cool beans. Okay, Marley, slow down. Look. We had these highs get taken too. Boom. Look. So I mean, since we're still okay on the weekly, since we still swept out here, if we want to see price come down a little bit lower and dig a little deeper into this fair value gap, we would want to see a 4-hour CISD lower. And then that could be our play. But we did have an inside candle yesterday. And we do have this daily fair value gap now here. We do have a previous day high and a previous day low. So I'd want to see probably previous day low get swept. Previous day low gets swept. I mean, previous day, this is previous day high. Previous day low gets swept and then us expand up higher. So let's see what we have on the 6-hour. Are we playing within anything? All right, so I mean, now we're playing within the 6-hour range. So we have these two here. Got a 6-hour range at the top. And then we have a 6-hour range at the bottom. So I'm gonna anticipate that we probably will come down to the bottom, tap into a gap, whether it's on the and it's a H4 range too. Tap into a 6-hour gap or a 4-hour gap, and then give us our move. So that's what we got to pay attention to. Let's go to the hourly and mark out our charts, especially because we still have this H4 CRT from yesterday. This is from when? This is from Wednesday, and then we have H4 CRT low Wednesday. Okay, so I mean, buys can come into play for sure just because we had an inside candle closure yesterday and we're probably going to sweep out some type of liquidity and then come up. So I want to see us go lower before we go higher, which would make sense. Where's midnight open at? Midnight open is right here. No, right here. So midnight opens all the way up here. We'd want to catch something under midnight open, so that'd be ideal. Where is 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. and then 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. to 12. Okay, cool. So yeah, I see what I want to see. We have Asia session highs here. We got London session lows. We got the H4 CRT low. We have previous day low. So if we are able to come down and sweep and tap into a 6-hour gap or a 4-hour gap, we should be good. Or this daily gap, we just have to wait, be patient, and wait and see. Again, we probably wouldn't want to see a closure below this candle here, because then that would mean that we shifted in price. We swept out this liquidity high. I mean, this last week of June high. The H4 would close below this area here, the CISD, and then we probably just see lower price action for the day. But again, we just have to react, especially because we have equal lows down here, right? Let me fix this. My OCD is kicking in. We have equal lows down here. So, I mean, it would make sense if price wants to do that. But if price just sweeps and then we get a move up and on the lower time frames we start to see bullish structure, then we just get in off the buys. So that's what I'm looking for. That's really it, to be honest. There's really nothing else to it. We just got to wait and be patient. This looks really clean. CRT high, CRT low, and previous day low. So there is a lot of liquidity just lying down there. So that's exactly what we would want to see, is us come lower. So if we get that, we'll be good. Once market opens, I'll come back and we'll go from there. Once I see a setup, I'll come back, because when market opens, I mean, I let it run anyway. So once I see a setup forming, I'll start recording again, just so the video isn't 37 million minutes long. Peace. I wanted to show this real quick. I took a forward test on YM just because NQ and YM and ES all had SMT right here. And so I wanted to see if this pushes this lower. I didn't want to take it because my bias isn't bearish. I want to see buys. So, but I took it as a forward test just to see if it hits. If it hits, cool. If it doesn't. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and show y'all. Wait, am my nip showing? No? Good. I don't want to get banned. Well, shit. TP hit on the forward test, clean ass trade. Right when 10 a.m. open, we immediately dove lower. So what we would want to see now is if this fair value gap here on the on the daily, we can get a CISD or a breaker off of it, we can catch buys, because this is exactly what we want. I mean, we did make a wick up on the daily, so I can see why we probably come down a little bit lower. We got 4-hour gaps at a 6-hour gap. So if we want to come lower, it would make sense for us to come boom here or over here. So we just got to wait and see what price wants to do within these areas. But if price wants to just tap into the daily period and then sweep with this low and we just go higher, then that's fine, because we do have Asia session high up here. So, and we're below midnight open. This wouldn't be a bad area to buy. We just have to wait for confirmation. We're in a daily fair value gap now. Super clean trade for the forward test. 1-to-1 and at 1 to 1.58 clean. Let me actually screenshot this so I could see it later and watch. Oops. Excuse me. I bet. So once I catch a trade, if I end up catching a trade for the highs, then we'll come back. If we don't, it'll be 11:30, and we don't take any trades today. Peace. All right, I may have a setup here. I need to see what I would take this with the. I'm gonna see if let me see how this plays out. I'm gonna wait for the 5-minute closure, and then I'm gonna set a limit right on here. So I'm gonna take this. I'll probably cover it with 50 either way. I'm gonna cover it with 65 because then we'd be covering this low on the 2. It's fair value gap right here. So I'm gonna take this just because this would be an inverse on the 5. The 1 hour just wicked lower. This is the side. This looks really clean. The 3-minute. Okay, the 3-minute closed. Let me set my limit, bro. Where my limit be at? For 8896. 896 buy limit. 896 buy limit, and then 831. So stop. All right, cool. I'm gonna take this just because we inversed on the 3 already. We inversed on the 2. The 5 minutes gonna close. Excuse me, super strong. This would be our CISD. We had a liquidity sweep on the hourly. Everything looks clean. How many ticks is this if I go all the way down here? What would be the risk on this? A little bit heavier today. Let's see if we can get a retracement back down to here. I should just wait for the 5-minute closure. I'm gonna wait for the 5-minute closure. Let me just be realistic. All right, bet. Let's just wait for the 5-minute to close. Once the 5-minute closes, which is 45 seconds, we should have a setup. If it doesn't close, I'm waiting on the 3-minute, waiting on the 5-minute now too, because I don't want the 5-minute to just end up being a wick. It wouldn't be smart for me to get in just yet when the 5-minute is aligned with the 1 hour. That's why we wait a little bit. We need this to close as a wick. If this candle closes as a nice wick, then I don't mind taking it. The 5 just needs to close a little bit nicer. We gotta wait another 5 minutes. We wait another 5 minutes. What's the lower time frames looking like? Yeah, 5 closes as a wick. So we just gotta wait. Let's just wait and see what price wants to do. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it, buys. Order filled. Cool. We'll take it up here. 66,833. All right, let's see how today goes. Sell stop. What's the risk on this trade? 297. All right. The 3 closed beautifully above this fair value gap. I mean, above this inverse. So, I mean, we should just see movement up, which is what I'm going to anticipate. And then once we start taking these highs, then I'll start going break even. All right, bet. So this is the trade here. And this would be perfect because this was this right here would be 225 risk, and I could just let it run and not be the risk that I was anticipating today. So let's see what happens when we get to this high right here, which should be getting taken in just a second. Cool, it just got taken. So let's move our stops to, what was it, 849? 849. This could come lower, which is perfectly fine. We would just have to see, because there is a 3-minute gap down here. There is indeed a 3-minute gap down here, and then there is a 5-minute gap right here. All right, nice displacement candle up on the 1 minute. Looks clean. It looks really clean. What did we tap into? Did we tap into anything on the 5? No, we didn't get to tap into. Oh, we tapped into the inverse. And we're reacting off of it now. So that's really clean. It's probably we want to see, unless this is just a lower high to go lower, but we just made a higher low. So we should anticipate higher prices. That sounded crazy. All right, so the 30 minutes about to close. This would be pretty if the 30-minute closes, and then the next 30-minute we just kind of, we do got a lot of liquidity sitting upstairs though. 30 closed. We got this range that we closed within on the 30. Beautiful. 15-minute close within this range now, so we could just maybe expect here to be our break-even area, which would make sense. Yeah, we probably want to see price come up to this range high, and then we can go break even. Oh my goodness, what the hell was that? Sheesh, I just completely missed that. Wow, what the fuck was that? All right, little manipulation candle. How's it feel closing in? Real rock star, living large, invisible scars. I've been all alone, I ain't asking for help. So broken hearted, forever broken hearted. Sorry, but I ain't sorry. Going break even. Probably like the midnight open tap wouldn't be a bad area to take this, bro. I'm not gonna be greedy on this shit. Let's move it down 022. How long have I been recording for? No, 54 minutes. I'm just gonna chop this bitch quick. Chop it quick. Chop it style, chop, chop. So here's what I'm gonna do. Just cause I know I've seen this before where price might want to just continue lower. We just have to wait for the 15 closure. If the 15 closure inverses this, then we should just get out. But if it doesn't and it's just a wick, let's just wait for the 15 close first. We should be straight, to be honest. I'm gonna let it run, bro. I'm telling myself to let my trade play out. This trains my brain to just let my trade play out, bro. Even if we end up coming all the way back down to here, it is what it is. High mileage all around the world, that's high mileage. Yeah, this retest here, bro, it's probably telling me just to get out. Just move my stops under here. 942. Yeah. Price already reacted to this area. Now we're within. Let's see if this 1 minute fair value gap can hold. If it doesn't and we come down low to here, then cool. If it doesn't, then it is what it is. Yeah, price is for sure about to come lower. Yeah, this little gap here on the 5. We're already out. We're out. All right, cool. So we still won today. We just got taken out because price decided to play around a little bit right here at. Price decided to play around here at London highs. And it came down up off of that. So the price is probably going to come lower. I don't want to be in that chop. I don't want to be in a trade all day. So this was a winning day. Good week. What can we do? That's it. Going to do the market breakdown in just a little bit. I'm going to finish packing because I got some things I got to do this weekend. But yeah, 11:21 a.m. We're done trading for the day. That was about an hour long. We caught what we had to catch up here. We caught our 100 ticks. So this just shows me I need to just go for my 100 ticks. I caught it. So we did end up catching a good trade. It would have been either way with the way I had my stop set up. It was a 1 to 2, 1 to the 1.5, which is perfectly fine. But we let the trade play out and there's nothing else we could do. We just managed our risk. We came out on top for the day. So coming to Monday, same mindset, same thing. And yeah, let the market do its thing. So yeah, I am gonna do a market breakdown in just a second. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. July 25th, 2025, man. A market breakdown. Let's get straight to it. All right, cool. Going into the day, y'all know how we do it. If y'all have been watching the videos, I mark out my. Let me actually erase this. Erase. All right, so I mark out my weekly stuff always. I had gap, sweep of liquidity, sweep of liquidity, sweep of liquidity up here. Bam, bam, bam. Daily. What do we see? We had an inside candle. We had a fair value gap that we marked out here. Boom. Right? So I was anticipating, which I was right, that the market was probably going to end up coming down below, grabbing previous day low, tapping into this gap, and then coming up. So our targets now are going to be Thursday's high and Wednesday's high. Right? Probably into next week. We'll probably see that next week. Went to the 6 hour. What did I see? When I came into the morning, we were playing within the 6 hour range. None of the sides got tapped. We ended up coming down and sweeping out this 6 hour range, tapping into that daily gap. The H4 there was gaps down here. The H4 had 2 gaps down here. If there was a strong push down, I was anticipating that either of these gaps would hold and then we'd come up. So I was just bullish on the day. The daily, on the hourly, what did I have marked on the hourly? I really just used the hourly to mark out my session liquidity. 10 a.m. swept out London session high. So I thought we were going to continue up to Asia session high. We didn't. And then was there anything on the daily? We had a CISD from there because we swept out London session low and then we got a CISD to go up higher within the hourly, which we're playing within now. Right now it's 11:45. So 11. 30 minute, what do we see? 30 minute, we had the 930 candle here. I noticed that we tapped deeper into the fair value gap and we ended up closing within. I was already in the trade. We ended up closing within the 930 range, and we ended up taking it out from 10 to 1030. Super clean. Where did I enter? Right, so 945 had this push down. I realized that we didn't close below it on here. We didn't close below the 930 on the 945. We closed it below it on the 10, but the 10 didn't close below the 945 candle. So when I went to the 5 minute, right, and 10 a.m. opened up and we pushed down lower, which was right here. 10 a.m. pushed down, had this big candle, and we left this gap, right? I noticed that the 5 from 10:05 swept out the 10 a.m. low. Once that 10 a.m. low got swept out, I noticed we were pushing back up. We had this gap, and I was thinking that we were going to inverse it, which we did. On the 3 minute, we inversed it, so I executed off of that right there, which was right around here that I executed. And then we had this rally up about 114 points. I wanted to hit, at first I wanted to go all the way to Asia session high, and then I moved it down to midnight open, just in case price didn't fully want to come up, which it didn't. Just in case it didn't want to fully come up and just tap, probably grab this high right here on the 5, I think it was, yeah, right here, this high right here on the 5. Then I'm already there on midnight open, so we can just take profits there. Now, what happened? So we got up here, price was cool. I saw the 15-minute, the 10:30 candle, 15-minute candle closed. This 10:45 candle closed within the 10:30 candle after we swept our London session high. Again, liquidity got grabbed. We closed within this range, so we're probably gonna come down and grab this candle's low from 10:30. So once I saw that, I started moving. I started just managing my risk. Once we got to like 80 ticks, I went break even. I don't remember. And then once we got up here, I had my stops right below this candle here, right below the 10:30 candle. And then I wanted to manage my risk, so I just, I moved it up. Once I saw this respect of this fair value gap from the 15, I moved it below this 11 a.m. candle, and we got taken out there. So that was the trading day. Pretty easy day, I think. What is it? 175.90 is what we made today on each account. Again, I don't care about the profits. I don't care about the losses. I just executed my plan. So that's the beautiful part about it. So that is the market review. That is the market review, bro. I mean, there's really nothing else to it. Yeah, bro. Continue detaching from the outcome. Continue putting God first. God is always first. All glory to God. And then let's just end it off with something here, man. Step by step, day by day. Let's do it. Okay, the unfulfilled potential is the story of most people's life. I think Joe Rogan said that. So, bro, go fulfill your potential, bro. There's nothing else to it. If there's something that you want to do, and there's somebody that you know is successful at it, what makes them different from you? I know that we have different situations, different circumstances, but why not you, bro? Just show up and do it. That's all we can do. So the journey, July 25th. I know I cut up a lot of parts of the actual trading, me actually taking the trade. So yeah, long video. Hopefully it's not more than 20 minutes, but I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Nip. Look, just got back from the barber, but look, TP ended up hitting on the trade, super clean, ended up coming straight to exactly where I wanted. 10 a.m. inside candle, accumulation. Did we manipulate anywhere? Yep. 11:45 manipulated lower, and then 12 just expanded. So beautiful trade. Can't be mad at it. We won. Peace.